G'day, mate. G'day, Minimeth. Okay, Frog Gym. G'day, Joel Paul. G'day, I already said g'day to you, Raisin. I'm well, mate. I'm well indeed. Yes, it is a 12th century Crusader that we are painting on today's stream. A bit exciting, something new. G'day, Robbie's Hobbies. Kung Fu Shrew. What's going on? So friends, in case you didn't see, I have indeed finished Camelot for the purposes of posting it on social media anyway. There's one or two little elements that I need to tweak a little bit. But yes, it is indeed all finished. And thus we've started this new project. We can lean into this with some vigour. Two questions there. I will talk to the Camelot question first. Yes, I was over it at the end, which isn't surprising, you know, when you've been working on something for 8 weeks and there's a lot of elements to it that sort of were a bit repetitious. So yeah, there's certainly elements of frustration around that. But I mean, on the whole, I enjoyed it. Few takeaways for next time around managing that project of that size, which I'm going to have to steer into for the next one. But it was quite good overall. There are different considerations for painting historical. Generally, the colour palette on a historical piece is significantly more realistic. You don't get to use as many vibrant colours as you maybe would like to. just being aware of that and how you manage the colour palette. Well, this is part of my nod to my own ego. You don't see a lot of non-metallic metal, although it is certainly making more of an appearance, thanks to the great man Kirill Kanave and others. Yeah, I'll come back to your question, or to your statement there, Robbie, because it's interesting. You say that. Yeah, so there's a bit of ego probably here, but I feel like I want to be able to convince the people at Queensland Model Hobby Expo that non-metallic metal is a viable and vibrant way of painting historical figures that can be just as effective as true metallics. So it's a challenging thing to try and do, because they are fairly set in their ways, but we're going to try it out. There was quite a bit of non-metallic metal at Monty and at Scale Model Challenge though, so I think it's probably more of a carryover mindset. Yeah, so look, it wasn't until last week that I felt the fatigue, and I really felt it. It just sort of hit me. And I think that was because every time I felt like I was a little bit bored of something on Camelot, I'd always have something different to do. Like I had assembly of models that wasn't completed. I had sculpture of models that wasn't completed up until the end. I had the building of the base. I had the painting of the base, the adding of scenic plants, all of these different things that I could do, and it made for something that I was able to just sink my teeth into. And if I felt like, oh, you know what, I'm bored with doing this, I'll start something else. And so I never felt like I was bashing my head against the wall trying to repeat the same thing. And then you also compound that with the different colour palettes that I had on each of the pieces. It made for a something that was quite changeable as I was painting it. But I hit the wall when we got to the point right at the end where I had nothing left but painting and the last details and the last stuff like that. So that was when it hit me, and I was like, ugh. Places like Monty and Scale Model Challenge, definitely you don't see a lot of mixing of the two, but there's people who enter both. Like I entered both, and I think there's certainly value in a lot of the things that the historical community does. You know, their meticulous attention to detail, their weathering techniques, you know, that sort of stuff. They've got plenty of stuff that I'd like to learn better and more of. But yeah, I do think if you were to make a broad, generalised statement about the historical side of the fence, they do tend to not revolutionise much. They tend to stick with the way things have always been done, which is maybe not a bad thing, I guess. Something to be said for knowing what you're good at and sticking with it. Ah, Nicky Jaguar. Well, it certainly does, mate. It certainly does predate metallic paint. Morkov 21, thank you, buddy, for the follow. Okay, TT Rob. Well, let me just show you all the video. I do love that tenebrous grey colour. It's a great colour from Thingamajiggies. So turn that down a bit. Alright, you ready? Here we go. Here is my video. I've made an egregious error. There we go. There we go. Alright. Here we go. It's Camelot! The finished Camelot! It's almost finished Camelot. I want to push the Framelot. I think it's very hard to do something in a historical genre that is as wow factor as a fantasy genre. And that, again, is a generalisation, and please don't take it to be an offence targeted towards the historical community, because I guess in many ways we all draw our roots from those guys. So nothing but respect for them. The colour palettes don't allow you to be as creative and to do things with as much of a pop as what you get to do with fantasy styles. So and yes, the contrast is another one. So I tend to push a lot of value contrast into my works, which the historical painters don't love. They don't love it. They don't love Big Deno's work. So just for that dude who asked me on my YouTube, who I always forget, about my colour selections. So the colour palette on this is very neutral. So I'm using a grey, dark grey called Tenebrous Grey from AK 3rd Gen as the base coat for my black. And then I am using a colour called Middlestone from AK 3rd Gen to build up my highlights on my black. And I am going to airbrush this colour down after I've highlighted up. So add value and then soften and smooth everything. Yes, Nicky Jaguar is a contrast expert. Appreciate that, buddy. Very, very welcome, mate. I just got off a 4.5-hour conference call today. Great afternoon. This little bit of folds here is fucking shit. Look at this. Too many folds, man. Too many folds. I would think that would be true to an extent. I mean, there was other places where non-metallic metal was done, but I think the statement that Rackham popularised it is probably fair. I mean, I remember Golden Demon entries that had non-metallic metal prior to Rackham's existence, so. But yeah, I think Rackham probably pushed it more into the mainstream. Don't know if you guys have watched Loki yet, but I have. It's very good. Spoiler free, if you want to talk about Loki, please. So I was a little bit late for starting my stream because I was watching Loki. Okay, Wampa. Morning Dunzeron, morning Tarask. Look, I haven't gone mad. I'm certainly feeling pretty knackered. And maybe look, I need to take a little bit of a break, which I'll probably do at some point. Got holidays coming up in a few weeks' time, so sort of feeling like maybe I'll take some time off during holidays, but holidays is normally when I want to paint most excitedly. Well, two things, mate. They turned out really well on all of them but for Galahad. And so I took Galahad. I took the photos, right, because I was like done, but I changed my mind on this. That dragon looked absolutely dog shit, right? So I just changed it to a little pattern there, which looks fine. Add some interest without doing anything too complex. So I took these decals and kept cracking on these. So these ones, I feel like they're much better now. I just need to do a matte varnish and then do some stuff. But I was like, I don't want to fucking keep wasting my time. So I'm going to do that later. Worked perfectly on a couple of the other ones, and they're finished. They looked good, but yeah, for whatever reason, I did the matte varnish on those ones, and they didn't look as good. So I'll just keep mucking around with those particular ones. Like the one on Sir Kay is really good. Here, I think I've got a... Yeah, I posted these on my Twitter in case you want to go and have a closer look. Nah, fuck, I haven't set that up, mate. I'm fucking shit house at that. But yeah, so this is this scene. So yeah, the decal on him looks bang on, right? I did a tiny little airbrushing of orange over the top of it just to tie it in, and it came out perfect, so I like that one. This area looks good, hey? Pretty good. Gloss varnish. That's how that area came out, pretty nice. Best part of the whole fucking model is that shield. Looks fucking awesome. Mordred sucks. Such a hard model to paint. More kudos to David Aroba for his paint job on that guy. Nice little rock wall there. Yeah, anyway, I'll show you the pictures of the other ones. So this is taken with my proper camera, so you get a bit more of a sense of the actual standard of painting. because I think sometimes my painting is looks worse in the photos I take. So this gives you a bit more of a true sense of the smoothness of the blends, but it doesn't quite capture the vibrancy of the colour. It's pretty close, but it just misses it slightly. Ba-da-boo-boo-boo, ba-da-boo-boo, ba-da-boo-boo-boo, ba-da-boo-boo. The final countdown. Yeah, so I'll just zoom in on this guy. You can see they're just not quite fully there. So just took them off, did another couple of layers of stuff, and they look good now. So I think the varnish will finish them off. The one on his shirt looks awesome. Can't really see it there, but it looks awesome. And this is not quite finished either. So yeah, there's the two things I want to get done is decals on him, and then this is the I need to do gloss on her thing. Yeah, so see, I was worried about this fucking thing, and then I remembered it sits behind her anyway, so it's you rarely see it. So I just got rid of the dragon and just put a little spiral symbol. But yeah, so this is the water area. I just need to add the rest of the resin, fill that area up underneath, and then I need to add little splashes and white water effects. But yeah, that's pretty close to finish. On that, the resin is almost to the top, not quite, so I just needed another pour. And look at little dickhead up here. Just hanging out. Boo, boo. Nika Jaguar, it is a terrible day today when you do this to me. What can I sing for you? Duet Eagle Rock. Duet Eagle Rock. Because Nika Jaguar is making me sing the theme song to his team from the fucking NRL, the Manly fucking Seagulls, the team that I hate the most in everything. This came out pretty well, this scene, I think. Just I'm going to do... Oh yeah, that's right. This is the thing. There's just so many little fucking things you just keep tweaking. But I want to use this Valhalla Blizzard stuff from Games Workshop. That's close enough, mate. That's all you get. This stuff. Do it, the Eagle Rock. I'm going to use this. I want to put it on their shoulders and stuff. No, I don't know Eagle Rock. It's the only bit I know. So I want to put some on his hand, smooth out the snow bits on the hand there, and some on the fur around his shoulders, and maybe some in her hair. I'll do that too. See what I mean? It's a never-ending quest to finish a project like this. There's always just like thing after thing after thing you could do. Do you want another one, mate? Do you want to pick another song? Alright, you can pick another song. I'll let you pick another one. Yeah, the hand's not quite as strong as the face. This hand is. When I wake up Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. Is that song? That's the song you're talking about? When I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. When I come home, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes home next to you. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba, da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. I like that song. My girlfriend and I, we did video diaries for our trips overseas, and I used to cut a song at the start of each episode of our video diaries, and for our time in Scotland, because those guys are Scottish, that was the song I chose. It was great. I do like that song. 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you, if I could just hold you tonight. And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I can just see you tonight. Every time I hear that song now, I just think of the movie White Chicks. Terry Crews. Yeah, I think it was actually. I think it was. Now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. When I come home, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes home next to you. And I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Yeah, he was one of the generic people who got cloned. If you haven't seen that movie, I don't think I'm spoiling anything for you. It's literally about clones. Toot toot, chugga chugga, big red car. That's actually all I know, Frankie. I'm sorry, mate. Well, maybe people haven't watched it. That's a great movie. I do love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I do love that guy very much. Love his films. Here's a couple of acres. Let's get to the Chopper Kickstarter. I don't know if I saw that. I've seen Ouroboros miniatures and their Sun and Moon. Intriguing, but I'm on the fence. I've seen the Beyond Miniatures one. I was very keen on the first model, less keen on the second one that they've shown. Well, I obviously haven't seen the models yet for the second one. Good on you, buddy. Have a good day. Good luck with your D&D. Lurk away, my friend. It's my privilege to be able to provide you entertainment for this short period of time. I don't think I'll be get to the chopper. No. I certainly won't be going now. My dad is a legend. He follows me on Twitter. And today he did one of the weirdest things he's ever done. He loves a little cheeky retweet, old Franco, and he loves tagging me in stuff that he finds funny, right? So every now and then there'll be a cat video or something, he'll be like, oh, check this out, Trenny boy. But anyway, today he tagged me in a tweet of another miniature painter and a model that miniature painter had painted. And I don't know if he was like, wow, check this out, this looks cool, or if it was like, hey, Trenny boy, here's someone who does what you do, or if it was something else. I don't know. I don't know what Francesco was doing, but it's weirded me out. I don't know what's going on. He's doing his best work, Franco. Yeah, can play table tennis. Franco. Yeah. He was quite fearsome on the squash courts as well, as I understand. I never played squash with him. We played touch football together. G'day, London Guide _ Yeah, he was awesome. He probably did when he was younger. When I was younger. As I'm sure you'd remember, I was a bit of a jet. I think he was lighter on his feet than me. No. Please. Two things I will not be doing in my life. One is pulling on a rugby league jersey for another time. And number two is ever going to State of Origin with you and friggin' New South Wales supporters. That's a lie. I might do that with you one day. It's not Sunday. Because I would kill you. Well, you're a braver man than I, mate. Alright. That'll do with this rubbish for a bit. Let's do a... Let's do a cross, shall we? The Knights Templar. Mini MF. You can have something by Katy Perry. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating in the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? I don't remember the next bit. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, oh, oh, oh. As you shoot across the sky. Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, you, you. Now it's time to get it through, boo, boo. Thank you. One of my best pieces of work there, Katy Perry. Hello, chum dubs. What's going on, mate? Haven't seen you for a while. It's been probably one of the best gifts you could have ever given me. Just kidding, mate. I miss you, pal. How's things? Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Chum dub, I've been good, mate. Just for those people who missed it, and I'm sure most of you didn't miss it, but it's just good. Just happy with it. So just deal with it. Deal with me being happy with something I did. probably get sold, mate, or not. Or sit in my house. Who knows at this stage. But it'll be at Queensland Model Hobby Expo if you're there, pal. So. What would you like to know about the tree, buddy? It's a 3D print from a friend of mine who 3D printed it. I just painted it, yeah. And I added some foliage. I did a step-by-step post on my Facebook page actually where I showed most of the stuff in progress, but I don't think I showed the full details of the tree. But I did in fact do all of the trees, all of the stuff, I talked about it on the stream. So if you want to go back through and watch 2 months worth of streams, somewhere in that time frame I talked about the tree. I can't tell you specifically when that was, but I did. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, that was a fun stream, that one. Had no idea what was going on, just giving it a crack. Isn't it great how that worked out though? Really, when we look back, it worked out for the best. I hope Benny gets on the stream tonight. I've got to talk about King of Death. He wanted to know about King of Death. And I was like, just get on the stream, mate, so I can talk to you about it, because I don't want to fucking try and type it. There's way too much shit going on. Cracking a new AK varnish, mate, that I bought from Irresistible Force because they finally restocked after you took all of the fucking AK. You wanker. Chum dubs. I missed you, pal. True, mate, you do. Oh, I've got some great Hugo updates, mate. You've missed plenty of Hugo. in your life. But let me give you a couple of little updates. So my girlfriend was working from home today, and this is he decided he was going to help her do some work from home. So here is his helping. Just doing a little bit of work for her. Good work, buddy. Yeah, that's helpful. Thank you. Little chicken nugget. This is a great video that I like. Let's see if we can put this in there. Yeah, he's a great dude. Great dude. Alright, here's another one. I'm just going to pause this. Oh, this is a great view from my girlfriend's apartment this morning. Here it is.
Living in Brisbane. Where's my dog? He didn't sleep in the bed last night. Where could he be? Oh, hello. Hello, Hugo. Did you sleep out here last night?
That's his new toy, his meerkat. He loves his little meerkat.
That's nice. What a nice bed you've made for yourself.
Funny little dude. But anyway, my girlfriend posted, sent me this video today, which was him as a little baby, and I lost it. I can't believe how little he is. It is an awesome view, mate. Yes. Look at this. Look at this little baby boy. He is. He's not that little anymore. Obviously. He's not a fucking little kid. Oh, it's great stuff. He's got a very nerve-wracking night planned on Friday. He's staying at a puppy hotel for the first time ever, because my girlfriend and I are going up the coast to watch the Women's State of Origin. G'day, Third Floor Wars. Thanks for following, champion. But yeah, he's a great dude. I like him very much. He really is the best, mate. Really is the best. Alright, let's see if we can do this little bit. Well. Are you in Brisbane? Well, what a stitch up. Wish you had told me that before we booked the puppy hotel, mate. No, we decided to go puppy hotel because my girlfriend's worried that if she had have gotten a friend or a friend of ours to do it, something goes wrong, that she would just never forgive that person. And at the puppy hotel or the dog hotel, they have like on site vets and all this other stuff. So rather than worrying about what might happen, she was just like, fuck it, we'll just do that, and then we don't have to worry. Which of course she probably still will worry anyway. It's his first night away from her or me. But not really his first night away from me. It's not actually his first night away from me. He stayed with me a couple of times. But you know what I mean. There's always been one of us. I feel like this cross needs to be more thick. Yeah, I'm sure he'll have a great time. They have this option which allows the dogs to stay in a little room with another dog. It's a bit risque really when you think about it, but yeah, he's gonna spend the night with another doggo. Have a little play date. It's gonna be great. Yeah. He's such a serial pest, Hugo. Eh? Like, he'll see a dog on a walk, and he'll go, I need to talk to the fucking dog. Like every time. Fuck. Calm down, mate. It's gonna be okay. The dog is still gonna be there in like 2 minutes' time. Then we walk the opposite direction. He's like, you fucking did it to me again, didn't you? You fucks. I think I'm gonna glue the helmet on. What do I think about that idea? Do I like that idea? Am I going to do anything else to the face? Maybe just this. It's time to glue the helmet down. You're right, mate. You're absolutely right. And where would we have been without your guidance in the last few months? Camelot would have been all the poorer if it wasn't for the corpse paint that I painted all over it. Thank you. Wait, the other thing. You're a fucking idiot. Nah, you're all good, mate. Corpse paint. Yes, I've heard about that, Joel Paul. It's a couple of my friends live down there. A couple of people I work with are based down there. So yeah, it's interesting times ahead. First time for Sydney actually to go into that sort of lockdown. We've done it up here. I know that Melbourne friends have been going through it for quite a while. So just look at the positives, mate. Enjoy some painting. Some time with the family. Or by yourself if you prefer. which is what I do. Yeah. Good for you, champion. What colour we're going to do this cloak? The chain mail or the chain? Yeah, that was non-metallic. That is non-metallic metal. Thanks, mate. Sort of one of the easier things to do on non-metallic metal chainmail, in my experience. Because it's almost like dry brushing, but it's like lazy dry brushing. Because instead of dry brushing the whole thing, you just dry brush on areas that are going to be in highlights. Super easy. I sort of feel like painting the base a little bit, friends. So I think we're going to move over to that shortly. It's a very boring base actually. But we're going to add some foliage, which should help. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Under the light like the 4th of July. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your color burst. Yeah, I'm not sure what colour cloak will do. I was thinking I might do like a dark grey, but like a cold blue sort of grey. Just so there's sort of like some warm cold, but a bit more subtly. Boom, 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 even brighter than the moon, boom, boom. So here's the base I did. Very, very simple. Very simple indeed. Ooh. Ooh. Pigments maybe? Pigments? All in favour of pigmenting? Let's not even paint it actually, let's just pigment the fucking thing. Let's do it. What a great plan. White that's not super powdery. Both the Chimera white and the AK 3rd Gen white are quite good, not powdery. But white is a very tricky colour. To not be pigmenty. So sometimes you just have to suck that up. It's definitely harder to paint. You don't have that clear focal point that you can work on. I'm actually just going to use AK 3rd generation, no, AK Ultra Matte. To help it stick down. It's not really working. Or maybe I need more of it. It's not harder to paint. It like, because there's less stuff you got to do. But because there's less stuff, you've got to make each bit better. You can't just rely on flashy tricks and punchy color schemes and stuff. You've got to work the details of. I don't know how this is going to look, friends. We're about to find out. Positive. Don't love it. Doubt that, mate. I've seen your pink elves from whatever fucking game system that is that you play. Focus on display painting. Good idea, mate. I recommend that. Get it done. Alright. It's going to look okay for dirty ground, but let's... ooh, dirty ground. It's so dirty. Let's just dry brush a little bit of fucking this colour over it. That's what I mean about the fucking historical palette. It's so fucking boring. Oh, look at my ground. It looks like fucking ground. Wow. So fucking boring. Give me some crazy shit, motherfuckers. Some crazy colours. I can't put some greens in there. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. Let's break it up with a wee bit of rust pigment, shall we? don't play enough with pigments really. Should try them out more. Yeah. Well, you know, I was just literally thinking to myself then, I might just airbrush some contrast paint on there. That'll fix it up. So guess what I'm going to do? Fucking get some snake white leather on there. I'll just turn the microphone off so you don't have to listen to this. See, every now and then they do something beautiful. Like, look at this. This is now beautiful. That's what makes it beautiful. Oh, oh, oh. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you whip your hair gets me overwhelmed. When you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know. You don't know this space is beautiful. That's what makes it beautiful. Let's find some plants to use. Let's get into my plant container. This is my plant box that I bought from Diorama Presepi. And I've got all sorts of cool plants in here now. I've got these plants. They're great. I've got these little plants, which are great. This one, and here we go. This is the one I was looking for. This one. Nah, well, I wasn't really worried about customs, mate. I was more worried about how long it was going to take to get here than anything else. Customs. I'm not really going to get worried about plants, are they? Like live plants growing in a box, surely. There's a joke, friends. If you haven't been to Diorama Presepi, it is a very, very, very good website. Oh yeah, mate, we have a very different ecosystem to the other places in the world, I think. So they have to be pretty strict around that sort of stuff. That's what they tell us. Sure, they're right. I don't think I've been to Naples. I'd like to go to Naples. A lot of places I'd like to go. Might have to take my golf clubs on a trip next time so someone can clean them for me. Sounds bloody unreal. Haven't been out for a hit in a while. It's a real shame when you think about it. Is this the right? Yeah. Do you know what? I'm just going to be lazy as always. This is why I'm the worst hobbyist, right? Because I'm always just like, Which is very good indeed. No, you are supposed to be glued in now, little plant. Don't fuck around with me, alright? Had enough of this behaviour. What's after that? Yes, and then I was thinking, alright, so here's the go. Let's have a Tribune, yes, Lemon Tribune. I'm gonna bring up this little page again. This is my window capture. Here we go. Biggus dickus. Nothing I need to hide there, don't worry. So I'll just do this. So is that better? There we go, perfect. Alright. So here's my go, here's the go. Queensland Model Hobby Expo. Boom. They did a new page, which is great. Anyway, here we go. So here is the Queensland Scale Model Challenge categories, right? So what I like to do, what I've done the last few years, is just try and enter as many categories as I can, just because it's good to try different things, right? I had plans this year to do a tank or a helicopter or an aeroplane or something, and I didn't. But we might have time, so let me just go through what I'm entering in this competition. So, under Wargaming, I'm going to enter a single figure in fantasy and a squad in Wargaming. So I have several Wargaming figures. I'm just going to pull some King Death models. I'm going to enter a fictional bust. I'm going to enter a historical bust. I'm going to enter a small scale, g'day Chris Pete, small scale historical, which is the dude I'm doing now. And then fictional scale, I've got a lot of fictionals. I've got about 6 fictional models that I'm going to enter. But then as we scroll down here, they also have, there's lots of categories here. There's too many categories, right? It's a fucking dumb competition, way too many categories. But anyway, it is what it is. I've got 2 vignettes that I'm entering. And I've also got 1 large science fiction diorama. It's the category it falls into. And then what I'm trying to decide is if I can enter in that really big Monkey King. Maybe I should enter the Monkey King, but I'm not sure what category I should put it into. Is it fictional all scales? Is possibly one, but I'm already entering that one with lots of other stuff. It's not an aircraft. It's not a civil vehicles. It's definitely not a large scale historical. Yeah. Oh, maybe I won't paint it. Maybe I'll try and do a ship or a boat or something. I want to push the pram a lot. So, get to the chopper. Just to go back to my little conversation about diorama Presepi, get amongst it. Great products. So I think this one is actually real plants that he's like treated somehow. But they're really good. They just look really crash hot. I like them a lot. Just do this one like this, I think. Imitate like Abel. I want to push the pram a lot. Fuck you, Flick. No, he's not a knight, he says nee. He is a Crusader knight. The 12th century. He's a very serious guy. Takes everything very seriously. Very serious chap. Look at him. Look at how serious he is. He's got a serious sword. Serious guy. Good work, Dino. One of your best. One of your best. Jan, what would you like me to sing? The Ibis song? Hang on a second. I think I know that. That's the song about where they talk about ibises, isn't it? That was an internet one. I vaguely remember that song, but I don't think I could sing it. It's the one where the dude just talks about ibises, eh? Yeah, no, I can't remember that song, mate. I can't remember enough to sing it anyway. There's fucking ibises everywhere, by the way. They're the fucking worst.
Combine AGL home internet and energy to save $15 a month off your NBN plan.
The woodpecker bird likes pecking wood. The bluebird's a bird that sings pretty good. Sparrows are a bird that are pretty cool, eh? But the ibis is a bird that drinks bin juice all day. A crow is a bird with a heaps mad squawk. A cockatoo's a bird with a sick mohawk. Chicken is a bird that tastes good and lays eggs. And ibises are bin juice drinking dregs. A goose is a bird that's chilled like a duck. An ibis is a bird that's a picnic wrecking fuck. Doves are birds that represent purity. Ibises wreck picnics and disrupt the community. Penguin...
It is very fucking true, that song. Actually, they are the worst. I tell you what. What? I'll give you another one, mate. Come on, give me something else to sing. What about Whiskey in the Jar by the Dubliners? Would you like me to sing that for you? What the fuck is Rasputin by Boney M? I don't know that shit. As I was falling over the far Kilkenny mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol, and I then produced me rapier. Said, stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver. A shuddering-a-da-do-a-da-da. One for the daddy-o, one for the daddy-o. There's a whiskey in the jar-o. My favourite verse in that song is right at the end. If anyone can save me, it's me brother in the army. If I can find his station in Cork or in Killarney. Because I've been to both of those places, that's why it's my favourite lyric. And the old sporting Jenny shuddering-a-da-do-a-da-da. One for the daddy-o, one for the daddy-o. There's a whiskey in the jar-o. And then Jenny steals his rapier. No, steals his pistol. No, she stole his rapier. I first produced me pistol, for she'd stolen away me rapier. But I couldn't shoot the water, so the prisoner I was taken. Mushering-a-da-do-da-da-da. One for the daddy-o, one for the daddy-o. The whiskey in the jar-o. Isn't that good, Jan, that I know the lyrics to that song? You're surprised by that, aren't you? Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and every Irish bar. 'Tis you that keeps my heart in Ireland. Oh, Janny boy, I don't love you, but I like you a lot. These are the plants I used on my Camelot diorama. Look at these. These are really great. One of them had a big pile of dirt in it though. I was like, mate, seriously, if I wanted dirt, I just would have walked out into the backyard. Don't send me dirt when I want little plants. Come on, my guy. Come on now. Alright, so we're going to do some airbrushing now because I have contrast paints and I'm a lazy painter and it's going to be great. I'm going to make these greens more of a yellowy, deserty colour. It's going to make me look like a jet of a painter, which is great. Whoops. That was less than ideal. Whiskey in the gyro. Alright, Benny's coming on soon so I can explain Kingdom Death to him. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. Alright, let's get back into painting this little friend for a bit. And put the base over there. One thing I enjoyed about Camelot was the diorama, the scenery stuff, and I feel like one thing you can really get into in historical is trying to do like really nice naturalistic scenes. Well, that's something I don't do enough of. Because that was quite fun then, just that little plant building. Danzeron, what can I sing for you, mate? It's a day of singing. Why not? Why not? What is up with you guys picking songs I've got no fucking idea what they are? What is that song, mate? Come on, mate. Give me a song that I can at least sing. Think Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Disney tracks. Rolling, rolling, rolling on a river, railroad. That's all I know. This is the thing. Most of the songs that you guys toss up, I do know them, but it's like I can't sing anything other than that bit. So I'll give you another one. Have another one. Are you talking about the one at the start of Aladdin? Or are you talking about the carpet ride one? You're talking about the one that's Arabian nights like Arabian moons, more often than not, are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways. How's it start again? It's somewhere, but hey, it's home. Arabian nights like Arabian days, more often than not, are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways. Arabian nights like Arabian moons, something and something. Alright, I'll just do the main one because I know that one. The main one, you know the one. When he's I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, soaring over and under on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. Now I'm in a whole new world, unbelievable sights, indescribable feelings. Above freewheeling on a magic carpet ride. Well, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Don't you dare close your eyes. This is Dark Sea Blue, mate, aka Dark Sea Blue. I'm really starting to come around on the AK paints. I'm using them predominantly now, which is a bit weird. Didn't expect that to be the case. I feel like it's a nice evolution of my painting style into them. Chimera, using those mostly. We'll see if it sticks though. May change my mind. Get some power in your corner now. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me. Thanks, Bud. Thank you, my friend. Yes. A mammoth task, but we got it done. I'm sure you've seen the video, but I'll play it again because I can. Pew. Go team, eh? The show's in August. So I guess that would be a yes. Well, I've got 4 or 5 planned, big ones like that. But hopefully the experience of doing that one will help me be better prepared for the next time. There's a few things I'll change in my preparation for the next one. But the next one's going to be the Heron Models Wastelands miniatures, the Chaos Warriors. That's going to be my next one. And that one will be slightly smaller. So that'll only be like 5 or 6 models. Whereas the Ultima Thule and the Zodiac ones, they'll be next year. So we get a bit of a break before we start something crazy like that again. Probably around this time next year, actually, I'll be doing it. Ah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. Hope they do. Just for the organisers' sake. We're staring down the barrel of planning for Crystal Dragon at the moment. It has 150 fucking entries and like maybe 30 or 40 people come to it. And trying to wrap our heads around that. It's crazy. Hey, Benny. Alright, I told Benny to come on so I could talk to him about Kingdom Death. I promised him I'd tell him about Kingdom Death. So I'm going to explain to you Kingdom Death and how you can participate in Kingdom Death if you want to. And I'll explain it all. So, here's the... Oh, go Tui, that's awesome. Are you allowed to show us photos, mate, or is it staying secret? Alright. Well, I look forward to seeing it when you can share it. If you can share it before the competition. And if not, that's okay, we understand. Alright, Benny, here we go. Ready. I'm going to explain to you Kingdom Death because I spent months playing the game and researching the game and getting a handle on the game. So I am very, very across all of the fucking aspects of Kingdom Death. It is not a user-friendly experience to try and get into. So the way that I'm going to explain it is by doing a timeline of events of what's happened in the Kingdom Death experience thus far. So trundle yourself back to the year 2012. A fellow by the name of Adam Poots goes on Kickstarter and he creates a game that he calls Kingdom Death. Now the premise of the game is a very stylistic thing with weird creepy penis monsters. And everyone is like, wow, this is something I didn't even know I needed in my life, is weird creepy penis monsters and anime chicks in figure form. And everyone loses their collective brains. And the Kickstarter raises, I don't remember how much it was, but it was a little bit of money, but it wasn't massive. So he manages to get Kingdom Death, the box, in the Kickstarter. So inside the Kingdom Death box is a game that incorporates a settlement. So it's a settlement of people, your people, that live in this special world where there is all sorts of crazy penis monsters and boob monsters out there in the world, and baby-faced elephants and all sorts of weird shit, right? So in the core box, you have all of these survivor models that are multi-part models that are designed to be built when you kill monsters in the box and gain bits from their bodies and make equipment out of their bodies. So you have all of these survivors with various types of armors because they're based on bits from the monsters that they've killed. So as an example, the very first monster you face is called the White Lion. Go Moops, we'll play some Gloomhaven in a minute, mate, if you can. So the first monster you fight in Gloomhaven is called the White Lion. It's just a giant white lion. It was great, mate, like in 4.5 hours. And he's got human hands, this lion. So when you kill him, you can actually chop off his nuts as well. Legitimately, you can get a resource from the White Lion that's called lion testes. So the lion testes you can use to make a special drink called Frenzy Juice. No shit. Yes, I am talking about Kingdom Death. But one of the other things you can get is like the claws from the lion and the lion's fur, and you can make a lion armor. So you can make a set of armor that is based on the White Lion's gear. So there are 3 monsters in the core box that are monsters you go out and hunt. Those monsters are the White Lion, a screaming antelope, who is an antelope that has a fucking mouth in its guts, and the Phoenix. The Phoenix is a monster that manipulates time, so he can make your survivors age really quickly and fucking cease to exist. All sorts of crazy stuff like this. And he's got a sphincter that shoots out crazy poop. It's literally feces that has magical properties, rainbow poop. So here is the second part of Kingdom Death. So there's also monsters that you don't go out and hunt, they just come to your house where all your people are, and they're like, we have decided that you are fuckwits and we would like to kill you. And so you send out some survivors to fight these dudes. They're called Nemesis monsters. And in the core box, there is 5 Nemesis monsters. 2 of them which you face 3 times, and they get stronger each time. And then the others that you'll only face once. So that's the core box. In the original Kickstarter, he also pitched some expansions to the game because it's a fucking board game Kickstarter, and why wouldn't you? And so he initially came out with 12 expansions to the game of Kingdom Death. Those 12 expansions are monsters that you can add into your game, and those monsters exist as generally quarry monsters that you go out and hunt, but he also released some Nemesis expansions. So those 12 expansions are all different monsters, and every one of those monster packs contains all the rules and the story around the monster, as well as survivor sprues that let you make multi-part survivors with armor and weapons from the bodies of those fucking monsters that you just fucked up. So 12 expansions were released. I can rattle them off if you want. Some of them are great, some of them are shithouse. My personal favourites are Dung Beetle Knight, Gorm, Manhunter. Great. Anyway, some of those also created different campaigns, different storylines that you could pursue. So what happened next is he went or beavered away to manufacturing, and many people think he's a shithouse administrator. I probably do fall into that category. But he also decided that they would release these resin models that were set in the Kingdom Death universe that weren't multi-part survivors. They were just survivors that were based on some of the mythology. And because he's a anime nuffy, him and his misso also designed like a variety of different ranges of Kingdom Death models. So there's one range that's called Death High, and that is Kingdom Death characters, like people from settlements that are going to high school. So they've got fucking high school uniforms on, baseball bats, just fucking pom-poms and shit, school books, boobs everywhere. And he just released those. So every few months he has a sale where he releases more of these resin things. And he's a very smart businessman in the sense that he's managed to capture the imagination of people and have them feel like these are collectible items. Because he only makes 500 of every one of these resins, and he does resin first runs, which is where he has a limited number of 500, or might even be less than that, might be 200 or fucking 100 or something, I don't know. And then he has encores, which is where he remakes versions of those resin prints. But because they're very, very highly sought after, they disappear very quickly. So the majority of the time when you see Kingdom Death models for sale, they're actually these variety of models from the Kingdom Death web store, which are little resin models that are usually usable in game, because in game you just have survivors, right? You can use whatever fuck model you want. You don't have to have the right weapons on them, anything like that. Or you can just collect them for painting, and a lot of people do collect them for painting, because the one thing you will say about the models is they're fucking glorious. So enter 2015. He's got this fucking little run going on, and he also does Christmas, Halloween, Black Friday, Easter versions of all of his models. So if you go through, there's like awkward fucking Christmas versions of models. There's weird fucking Halloween chicks licking pumpkins while sitting on a pumpkin filled with dicks. I've got that model over there actually. It's fucking great stuff. Absolutely out there. So 2015 rolls around. Yeah, the Valentine's Day ones. Yeah, he's got Valentine's Day ones. And Poots has decided that people are always like, let's fucking buy Kingdom Death, and no one can buy it. So he's like, I'm going to do another Kickstarter. So in this Kickstarter, he's coming up with Kingdom Death version 1.5. So this is the upgraded version where he's taken everything he learned from the first Kickstarter and has upgraded the rules, fixed all the rules problems and stuff, and definitely sorted out his supply issues. It's 2015, guys. I've learned all my lessons. I know how to supply products to my fucking loyal customers. Let's make it happen. Let's go. When you do Kickstarter, you have to release new products. And so, because the Kickstarter went absolutely mental, raised $12.5 million US, he also pitched a whole pile of other expansions. So these are called the Wave 4 expansions. So there's 15 of them, and they take more weird penis monsters and boob monsters and add them into your games. Some of those new models are absolutely fucking epic. Now I'll come back to those in a second. He also did a variety of pin-ups. So there's actually been 5 boxes of pin-ups that he's released, and those pin-ups are just like similar to those resin models, which are just like chicks licking fucking swords and stuff. The pin-ups are characters from the Kingdom Death universe, like specific armor sets or people from settlements, but pin-up versions of them. The difference with the pin-up boxes and the other ones is the pin-up boxes are plastics, so injection molded plastics, and the resin ones are obviously resin. So He's also very cleverly done a few of these boxes also incorporate equipment that you can use in the game. So here we go, I'll have some Kingdom Death stuff here. Oh, good on you, Tui, you're a champion. So here we go, so here's some Kingdom Death stuff that I bought. So this is Pumpkin Lady sitting on a penis of fucking penis pumpkin. Look at her go. She's great. She's a 54mm scale one. So all of the fucking models have super cool art cards, right? There's people who collect the art cards. It's one of the greatest stitch ups of all time. Seriously. Like, so this box here, which by the way I paid like $120 for or something, has just got 4 of these models in it. Now the models are epic. Let's open it up actually. I haven't even opened it up. The models are epic, but so these little things that he released, these are all little like expansion things that he released either during the Kickstarter or he's released on his web store on those special sales. So I'll come back to Kingdom Death 1.5 in a second. But this is an example of some of the stuff that he sells. So this has these epic models, and they are epic models by the way. Get out of there, you little fucks. And some patterns and some information about some stuff you can use in the game. So he literally just like, this is $100 and I just bought it without thinking. So anyway, these boxes come with injection molded plastic models. So and the detail's incredible, right? They're not too badly priced. Like they're actually reasonably priced. The problem is that people buy them because they know that they're collectible. And then when they sell out, which they invariably do, people upsell them. Like, I nearly bought this for $250 because you couldn't buy it anywhere, and I desperately wanted the stuff in it. It was wild. I managed to fucking stop myself, and then on the last Black Friday sale, the fucking things came up on the website, and they were $40 plus $60 shipping, by the way. Anyway, so back to Kingdom Death 1.5. So this was 2015, this Kickstarter comes out. He tells everyone, what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to reprint all of the first expansions from the first Kickstarter, and I'm going to reprint Kingdom Death 1.5, and I'm going to have that on your doorsteps next year, because I've already done it all. It's all done. So I just got to manufacture it and put it out there. So everyone's like, yeah! And then a year's time from now, I'll have all of the work done on the expansions, the next 15 expansions that I've designed. He then also releases 2 other products in this Kickstarter. One's called Campaigns of Death, and that is a book that takes the original core box and adds some campaign stuff into it, like some different ways you can play the campaign. And then he also adds this product called the Gambler's Chest. The Gambler's Chest was initially $100 in the Kickstarter. It might have even been fucking less than that. It might have been like $80 or something stupid, right? And inside the Gambler's Chest, it was initially pitched to have like 10 models or something and some other bits and pieces. It took about 3 years for Kingdom Death 1.5, the core box, and the original 12 expansions to get shipped out to backers. The whole time this is happening, right, he's releasing resin runs of his models. So people think that he's fucking busted $12.5 million on something instead of making their games. And he's selling these resin fucking models to try and recoup his lot of losses and print out more games. It's probably not far from the truth, but I doubt it's as bad as all that. But it sounds as though the guy couldn't organise his way out of a wet paper bag. So we're at today right now, okay? So here are things you can buy in Kingdom Death right now. You can probably buy a copy of 1.5, the core game. Just last year on Black Friday, he released a thing called the 1.6 upgrade kit. He's revised a few more of the rules because it's been 6 years since the Kickstarter. And so he's agreed to sell it to all the people that want to buy it for like a couple of bucks plus shipping. Just a bunch of card updates. So he released that on Black Friday. It was supposed to get shipped in May. It's not going to happen until next year now. So right now, today, you can buy Kingdom Death 1.5 from probably most of the places. Maybe not. I don't think there's any in the warehouses, but they agreed to print more, so there should be some more coming. You can't buy many of the expansions, the first 12 expansions. You can buy some of them. You can probably get Spidicules and the tree, some other things. But most of them are out of stock and have been out of stock forever. Buying one of those on the secondary market, it's like $400 for some of those expansions. Just one of the expansions, right? In the initial Kickstarter, you could buy all the expansions for about $600 or $500 or something. So to get one for $400 now is a classic stitch up. So theoretically, you should be able to buy 1.5 12 expansions. You can also buy things like these little boxes, the Echoes of Death, which are just super cool Kingdom Death models that are based on like archetypes from D&D. So this one I think is like a Necromancer, Ranger, Paladin and stuff, right? So I've got all these. They're called Echoes of Death. They're fucking cool. You've also got the Death High models. Okay, cool. Yes, thanks, mate. Which are like the high school versions. You've also got all of the first runs and all of the various individual models that you can buy. So there's things like the Wet Nurse, the fucking Ammo Slave, which are generally just like anime chicks that have very loose fucking tie-ins to the Kingdom Death world. But he'll usually stick a fucking couple of game bits and pieces in those models so that people, when they buy them so they can get the game bits. Anyway, at some point in the future, you'll be able to buy the Gambler's Chest, which on Black Friday last year sold for $400. Initially in the Kickstarter it was $100, so I bought that. You can buy Campaigns of Death, which is supposed to come out this year, and Gambler's Chest was supposed to come out this year, by the way. Both of those are now pushed back till next year. And you cannot buy any of the expansions yet, the next 15 expansions. So there you go. So it took me fucking months, like I'm not even joking, it took me months to figure out all this stuff. So if you want to know where a model sits in terms of what it is in Kingdom Death, you can ask me. I will be able to answer that question because of all of this knowledge that I've amassed. The way that I look at it is they are really cool models. Some of them are tied into the Kingdom Death universe. Thanks, Moopsy. Some of them are not. Some of them are tied into Kingdom Death very loosely, like the Echoes of Death, which are like fantasy archetypes in a Kingdom Death style. Some of them are like the high school versions, and then some of them are actually for the game itself. So, but all the models are cool. I haven't even talked about the game really. The game's, it's okay. It's pretty fun. But it's a brutal game, and you have to have mates to play it with, but not too many mates because people die very quickly. So, there you go. Kingdom Death. Any more questions? Anything you want to know? Here's my Crusader so far. So, there should be copies of the core game on their website soon. They went through phases where, I have tutorial, I'll tell you in a second. They went through phases where they had stock of it, but because it's such a holy grail game for a lot of people, anytime they get a couple copies, like 100 copies or whatever, people just fucking buy in straight away. So there was like 50 copies in the Australian warehouse like last year, and then those all sold out when stock everywhere else disappeared. So right now, on Black Friday last year, he put out a thing to everyone and said, if you want to buy a copy of Kingdom Death, you can pre-order it right now, we will manufacture it, we will send it to you. Guaranteed, this is what's going to happen. So that's what people did, lots of people did. But they will have more stock of it soon. You probably cannot buy it right now if you wanted it, no. Because there's no stock. Because they can't manufacture shit. They can't keep the game in stock. They can't keep the expansions in stock long enough. They might print 100 of them. and then the 100 of them will sell overnight. So he has to keep them now for these sales. Like, so he manufactures some, and then he does the sales every couple of months for the holidays, and then they fucking come up like the Gorm, which is one of the best expansions. Everyone rates it as probably the best expansion you can buy. It's only like $100 or fucking $75 to buy it. He had like 100 copies go up on his website on Black Friday or whatever holiday it was. Man, they disappeared. They were fucking gone. So these things are called white box expansions. So these are generally game content in them, in the white boxes. I've got like 20 of them. So I have Teria. So you generally play little campaigns. Yeah, correct. And the campaign consists of lantern years, and in a lantern year, your little dudes will go out and hunt. Then you'll come back and you'll do a settlement event, and you'll have like time to use endeavors, so your civilization gets better and smarter and more resources, and you get develop new technologies, and you build new buildings, and then you get more. You make armor and weapons, and then you go back out and hunt harder monsters, and so on. So every lantern year, you follow that cycle. Every time you fight a monster, it's a fucking epic fight. Then you go back and you do it. So it was great fun. A campaign lasts for 30 lantern years. So a full campaign, you have to fight 30 different monsters and survive 30 different settlement events and stuff. So I've played 5 campaigns, because I played one with Sheldon. 2 of them didn't get past about lantern years 10 to 12. The other 3 I finished. One of those ones I stopped because I sort of got a bit bored and wanted to do something else. So I have played the game, and it is an enjoyable game. It is very engaging combats, but it does have a luck element that I don't like so much. So I'm going to play some Gloomhaven with my friend Moopsy. Let's play some Glooms, Moopatron. What do we think about that, crew? Load it up, son. I'm gonna go on a break screen, and then I'll come back with Gloomhaven friends. Thanks for joining me tonight, by the way. You're all champions. Stick around if you want to see me play Gloomhaven. If not, I think Miniden's on tonight. Miniden's painting. Mike Moans is on. He's a good dude. All right, I'm just switching over. I'm just going to go to the toilet real quick. Stand by. Hello, I'm back. Thank you. It is like the Dark Souls of board games, yes. But it creates cool stories. I played a game with Sheldon, a campaign with Sheldon, right, and it was fucking epic because you just create stories. We had this fucking character. We called him Tricky Bobby, the Ballad of Tricky Bobby, and he came back. He just picked up this mad sword from the fucking hunt that we'd been on. He found a sword in the ground, and he's like, "Fuck yeah!" And he was a beast. And all of a sudden, he was just fighting everyone. He was smoking guys. And then he came back and he murdered some people. One of the settlement events was he murdered some guys. He murdered some other people that he was there with. So you then had to decide what the civilization did. You roll the dice, and what ended up happening was the civilization was like, Tricky Bobby is the new king, and they elected him leader of the settlement. And so he started fucking being in charge, and he got extra bonuses and stuff. Are you giving me some characters, Meeps, or what? Hang on, I better get on Discord, eh? Or are you not talking, Meeps? You're probably not talking, are you? Meeps is a bit crook. Yeah, no, you can't talk. Alright, I won't worry about it on Discord. I'll just keep chatting away. Yeah, well, allocate me some fucking people. Yeah, it's good game. Good game. But it's not a great game, and I say this because it's very luck dependent. So you'll have roles like that one. That Tricky Bobby, he could have potentially got taken out by the people and executed, or he could have become our new king. We were lucky. There we go. Alright, what are we doing? Oh yes, excellent. The Trial of the Elements. Just gonna check my cards. Yep. Great. Cheeky Maltesers. Fucking hate Night Demons, eh? You want me to go there? Oh, invisible night demons, Meeps. That's a bad start, buddy. Fucking hell. -1. Indeed, Wampa, it is Gloomhaven, mate, yes. And we are getting absolutely pillaged to start this fucking mission off. We're playing on insane difficulty though, by the way, in case you're wondering. I think I'm about to burn 2 lost cards, Moopers. Fuck me. The Night Demons are brutal. Oh, Moops, you should have told me you wanted to kill that one. My bad. Wouldn't have done much damage to the other chick. There's no real punishment, mate. In the board game, if you lose, you're just considered exhausted. Your characters don't die. You gain any experience. Yeah. And in this, it's the same dealio. You actually gain the experience, you gain the gold, you get to come back and try again. Nice try, Megatron. Can't kill an invisible dude, pal. Wankers. Man, we are gonna get absolutely fucked up. Did you buy a fucking expansion on that disarm, did you? You fucking talk to me about spending our money. Wow, shield 2 helps a lot. That might change my plan slightly. They're going to move away, so retaliate's no good. Ha 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 ha. Good shield 2, Moops. Good shield 2. You've kept us in the game, pal. Well, that's suboptimal. No. Fuck me, man. Night demons are the worst. Night demons are the fucking worst. Ah, fuck me sideways. Why is he going 85? He was supposed to go 14. It doesn't matter. The night demon's going to fuck him up anyway. I'm having Maltesers, Alex. Just little cheeky Maltesers. I don't know what to do here, mates. We are in massive trouble. Berserker's going to be dropping some cards. So is the fucking Soothsinger. And the Night Demon's stealing your knight too. You can heal. I don't reckon you're going to get 2 kills, Moops. Mid. 2. Fuck, I went that backwards, didn't I? Those were shit card choices, actually. You need to take some hits on the fucking Night Shroud, pal. You killing the Sunny? Nice. Alright, we're back in it. Realistically, I only lost probably 2 to 3 cards on the Berserker. So it's not great, but how's she looking? Yeah. We probably lost 3 cards on both Berserker and her that we... Oh nice, I like a -2. It's a bit rough, but yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Everything will be alright if you keep me next to you. You don't know about me, but I bet you want to. Good. Love that. Sit down. Yeah, strengthen him, that's awesome. He should kill 2. He might even kill 3 here, actually. Ha ha ha. Oof. Fuck up. That heal's going to print us some money, hey Moops? Ah, Frosty Boys. Range 2. Awesome. Innate retaliate, aren't you? Heal. Oh, love a cheeky disarm. Love a cheeky disarm. Nice. Oh, tell me you disarmed the fucking Frost Boy. Why didn't you disarm him, you idiot? Oh, fucking hell. You're killing me, Moops. That's one of your worst. That is one of your all-time worst. Don't. Sure, mate. Sure. Alright, let's see if we can one-shot that bee! Oh, delightful. Delightful. Ghost Goundy! They're already disarmed, Moops. What are you doing? You're having a shocker. Oh, mate, they were already disarmed. You should have disarmed the other guy, who's not currently fucking disarmed. This is one of your all-times. You're just lucky I'm here to fucking help you out, mate. Alright, you've redeemed yourself slightly. Redeemed yourself. Sweet redemption, Moopatron. Redemption, thy name is Moops. Blum, blum. It's been a strong recovery, Moopatron. It's been a strong recovery, mate. Is this the last room? Yes. Alright. I'm long resting with the Berserker. He's probably only got one turn left. And I'm going to long rest with her as well. She's got plenty of turns left. So, if you want a full long rest, now's your chance. Just long rest central. You could send old mate in. If you wanted. If you can stand in the door invisibly. But given we've seen air, frost, night, sun, I would expect the final room will have fire and earth elementals. Fire elementals have some ranged attacks, so they might be able to fly over your invisible dude if you go in and attack our fragile friends. But might still be worth it. If you got Spirit in the Night, yeah, you could just walk in and execute a dude probably. Only one fire boy. He's got 5 fucking shields. Can you fuck off, idiot? Oh my god, they're doing ranged. Oh. Well, that fucks us. And immobilized too. That's devastating. That's me dead. Rain, fucking earth elementals. Wankers. Alright, well, you're gonna have to execute the big boys. Is she tapped as well, Sue Singer, or has she got a couple of turns? Has she got one more turn left? Hey, don't forget you can discard your song. Next turn, discard your song as well. Yeah. So don't forget at the end of this turn, you want to discard the song by clicking on it so that it comes back into your hand. Otherwise, she will exhaust when you rest. Fucking flame demons, man. Brutal. Yeah. Doesn't matter. They're just healing in their turn anyway, Moopers. Fuckers. In that case, am I better at 1, 2, 3, 4? No. Why? Doesn't matter. You wouldn't have changed the cards you did. You might have played shield, but it doesn't matter. Ah. Well. You'll still be able to long rest with her. Fucking 5 shields. Someone just did something. Alessandro something. Hello, mate. Thanks for doing whatever you did. Following. I'm playing Gloomhaven, but normally I paint little toy soldiers. One damage. Oh yeah. Is 90 boy going here? Where you going? There. Can you go there? Because if you can execute that guy, oh, you're going up there. I'm just trying to think about the. Oh, you're killing him. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's fine. Good options. I was just trying to think about next turn. The scoundrel gets buffs when allies are next to the dude she's attacking, so. The Staff of Elements. Elementary, my dear Watson. How fast you going, Moops? You're gonna stand here. Who are you executing? Can you execute this guy? Fuck. Alright. Probably the right option anyway. Or actually, yeah, do him. Do him. That changes what I do. Yeah. Are you just going to execute that flame demon next turn? No, you won't be able to execute every motherfucker. Alright, just in case I roll ×2. Oh, it's on the wrong fucking dude. I can't do much about the I can't do much about the flamey. That's all you, pal. Clutch. On your Wampa. See you, buddy. Go here, go here, go here, go here. Oh. Boom, shakalaka. Woof, 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 woof. Well, we gave that a touch up, didn't we? Without Nighty Boy, that is a tough ask, that mission. Well, I don't think we would have been able to get through the health. I don't even think that the armor 5 was the one that would have fucked us. The shields on the windies and the shields on the flamies was a shocker. All right, stream friends, you're all champions. Let's find someone to raid real quick. Moopsy and I might play another mission. So let's raid. Oh, Dusty's on. Let's go have a look at Dusty. She popped in here and said hello before. Oh, she's starting in 5 minutes. Alchemist painting, what's he doing? Some weird little dude. Brush for Hire is streaming something. That guy's got a mad dog and mohawk, really, hasn't he? On your Benny. See you, chump. Infernal Brush, what are you painting? Orcs. Griffin Gaming dudes. That dude's wearing a hat. Kiara Elven Blood. I don't think we've raided Kiara Elven Blood. Let's raid her.
Just done work, so plenty of time. Awesome. Good
Is she
morning,
Irish?
I'm freaking out, man. GG. One day I won't have to do my own sound alerts anymore. And I think that day will
You're
be
all
when
legends.
I finally make the switch
You're all
over
superstars.
to
Thank you
OBS
for joining me
streamers.
tonight.
And I'm
Next
scared
stream's on
because
Saturday or Sunday, don't know.
I can't even remember to turn my
You're
mic
amazing.
on half the time, so
Camelot!
trying to figure out OBS is going to be a new one. But we'll manage. It'll take some time. Ah! Nice. Big Dino, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you didn't catch that dance. It's not usually like this. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream?